everyone, I'm Keely and this is Voice of a Creative, and today I'm here to do a review of the Molly top by Sew Over It. So a little while ago I started a series of videos called the Jersey Top series, and in that series I was reviewing and trying to make different jersey top patterns in different fabrics. And so it's been a little while, but recently I have made quite a few Molly tops by Sew Over It. So that comes as part of the City Break Ebook. Now, it's a pattern that I underestimated a bit. It wasn't one that I quite liked. I thought, oh, I'll never make that. But I decided to give it a go, and actually now I really love it. It's so easy to make, and also it's just, well, it's so easy to make. It's really just lovely and casual to wear. There's lots you can do with it. And I've made quite a few in a few different fabrics, and I'm just going to show you them. So as you know, I'm kind of on the hunt for the perfect jersey top, and this has a slightly different style about it because it is a grown-on sleeve rather than a set-in sleeve. I feel like it's got a slightly different style, and I thought this was a style that didn't really suit me, but actually now I've made a few, I think it doesn't really make a difference. I still like the look of them. So I just made a few different tops. I've made one with the long sleeves and one with shorter sleeves, and I like them all. I feel like the ones with the shorter sleeves I will wear more, just because you can wear them through winter and spring, like with a jumper or a cardigan as well. So the longer sleeve ones I can wear quite often, but I mostly only wear them at home. I wouldn't necessarily go out in those so much, but I will be making a few more long sleeve ones now it's getting into the colder weather, because they look really nice with pinafore dresses. So I don't really make any adjustments to the pattern at all for the Molly top. It actually fits really well. I do sometimes take in just under the arm just a little bit according to the fabric, so I'm finding that the drapier fabrics do require me to take a little bit in under the arm, because actually then I can, it just fits a bit better. So it fits really well across my shoulder. You've got the seam join here, and then I've just hemmed this as well, and it just comes down, and I really love the rounded hem. And these sew up really quickly. I think they take barely an hour to put together, because you're literally sewing the shoulder seams and the side seams and then hemming and adding a neckband. So it's super quick and easy make, and definitely if you haven't really sewn much jersey before, I would definitely recommend it as a pattern. You do have to buy the whole Sew Over It ebook to get it, but there are some other lovely patterns in there that you might want to have as well. So let me show you some of the different versions. So this is the first one that I made. So it's in this really cute sprinkle fabric, which was from the Nylon Shop. And this is a cotton jersey. Now this is the one that I made as the long sleeve version. Now this is slightly different. I do change the method with this. So the pattern suggests you sew the shoulder seam and side seam, and then sew on the sleeve piece. Now I did it like that for this one, but I just recently made one for my mum and I changed how I did it, and that's much better. I'd rather do it that way. So I did it in a very similar style to how you would do a raglan sleeve t-shirt, like the Frankie tee by Tilly and the Buttons. So I stitched along the shoulder seams, then I added the sleeve onto the end of that, and then I stitched all the way along the arm and down the side seam before hemming the sleeve hem here and then the bottom hem, and that went a lot better for me. I found it very difficult to get this in, and it's stretched out a little bit because of that. So I'll just pop this on to show you. So this is the long sleeve version. So it's, I think, a really good length for me. I don't think I adjusted the length of the sleeve at all. And then it comes about halfway down your arm here. It does feel a bit weird to start with, and this fitted me well, but I would imagine that according to like the size and shape of your arm, you might have to adjust that, because otherwise it could become quite tight there. Really love the neckband, that goes in really easily, and really love the curved hem, and then at the back as well, really like that. So altogether a really nice fitting top. I've worn this one a lot already, and I'll show you the next version. So the second version I made was this one, and this is in 100% cotton, so it's knitted but it's still 100% cotton, and I got this from Stoff and Still. So it's just got this really lovely bee print, and the bees have got glitter on them as well. And again, this is the short sleeved version, so basically you just don't add on the sleeve piece, and I've just folded it under once, and then I've overlocked the edge as well. And then it's got the curved hem. I didn't adjust the length for this one because this isn't super stretchy, so it actually works really well for this pattern because I don't think it's got negative ease, or at least it fits me really nicely. But I did take it in a little bit just under the arm and about here. But yeah, really love this t-shirt, especially because of the fabric, but also just because it's such an easy style. My next one is this one. So this is one of the ones I was working on at the Sewing Weekender. So with this one, this is a Viscose kind of modal jersey. So slightly more drapey. I really love the denim colour and then the stripe on this. Now you can see how this kind of drapes slightly more. Now this one somehow is slightly longer. I don't really know how. At the front as well. I don't really know how it got longer. It just is longer. But yeah, still really like it. It's really easy with stripes, I think, this pattern, because I don't have to worry about matching because the sleeve joins on, and then I just do the neckband the opposite way, which was a little bit awkward in this fabric because it doesn't stretch as much one way as it does the other. But I still think it lies quite nicely. I have managed to match some of the stripes on the shoulder seam, which I was quite pleased with. But again, another casual t-shirt, draped slightly differently in this fabric, but still really lovely and perfect for casual wear. I've also recently worn a stripy top with a floral skirt, so I really like the idea of maybe doing that with this one. Now this one's not quite finished yet. I haven't hemmed it. Now this is out of an even more drapey jersey. So I got this from Like So Amazing, but it's a viscose jersey. It's got a lot of drape to it, but I really love the colours. Now with this one, because I only bought 1 metre of fabric, I have cut the sleeves a little bit shorter, but I still feel it works really well. I like that I've been able to match on the shoulder seam. I think that looks really cute, and I've done the opposite stripes. Just need to top stitch this so it kind of lies a bit flatter, and then iron it. And then I need to hem this. Because this stretched out when I was making it quite a bit, I have had to cut a bit off the bottom. I don't really know why, but I just kind of measured up 2 inches and then cut round, and then I'll just hem this still. But yeah, really love this one. A slightly different colour choice for me, but yeah, I really like the drapey fabric with this as well. I think it gives it a really nice shape. And the last one I want to show you is this one. So this fabric is a stripe, and that's from Mark Pickles Sewing Studio. I really love the sketched lines, short sleeves again, and the rounded hem. I cut quite a bit off of this because I knew I was going to wear it with a skirt. And I've used my Cricut to add the "How are you" message, and this was for World Mental Health Day, which was last week. And I basically cut it out on the Cricut. This was designed in Illustrator, and then just ironed it on. Now, one thing with this, and I'll show you a little bit closer, you might not be able to see it, but I did not iron this on correctly. I'm still in a learning process. So I've got some yellow staining, and it is generally like slightly burnt in this area. And that was just because I was learning how to do the iron on. I am wondering whether I'm going to get one of the easy press machines because it was quite a lot of effort to iron it, I felt. And it kept moving, and I think that's because I was doing it wrong at first because I was actually ironing, and you're supposed to just hold it. So I think that's a kind of a learning curve, but I am hoping that if I put this in the wash, some of the yellow will disappear a little bit, but otherwise it's going to be quite tricky to wear because it has got like quite a large yellow kind of stain in the centre. I could try sewing like a patch over it or something maybe. I'm not entirely sure, or maybe putting a stripe down the centre. I'll have to give it a try. But I was quite disappointed about that. But it does look really cool with the iron on, and I definitely think now I'm going to be ironing on some different designs on some of my tops because it worked really well. This is a cotton jersey, so it's a little bit more structured, and I think definitely if you used a viscose jersey to iron stuff on, it probably wouldn't work as well. I think it does need that structure there, but I still think it worked out quite well. So that is all of my Molly tops, and I do have a few more planned. I really like the look of them. They're such a quick and easy make, really good if you're in between like maybe longer makes, or if you just want to sew something up to just get your sojo going again or something like that. I really like it. I'm going to be making some long sleeved ones ready for winter. I've got plenty of jerseys to do that with, and I think my favourite ones are, oh, I don't even know. I think my favourite one is the B one because I absolutely just love the fabric, and I think this is definitely a pattern that allows you to show off the fabric because you just, well, there's hardly any seams, there's literally the side seams, so it really allows you to show it off. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye!